Next up, let's talk about the games that weren't at E3.
Where the fuck was Hot Shots Golf PS4? Why you hiding it, Sony?
Oh,
I
yeah.
want it so bad. But no, I knew it wouldn't be there, but there were a lot of games missing from E3
There was a lot of games. I got a list for you guys. Well, first off, hardware-wise, NX, we knew it wasn't going to be there, but it wasn't. And then PS Neo, which we thought would be there up until the last
Until
moment.
they said it was not
Until they
there.
officially announced it and then said it wasn't going to be there. So that stuff's kind of underwhelming. No Man's Sky.
We expected that.
We expected it because
we've heard enough of No Man's Sky.
Delayed till August 9th.
Yeah.
What's interesting, did you guys hear about the story of that they almost had to change the name?
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, because of the legal battle. Yeah.
Yeah, that illegal battle with a British telecommunications broadcast company, Sky, who also fucked with Microsoft in 2014, and SkyDrive had to be renamed OneDrive. It's like, damn. So Microsoft lost, but Sony won. So cool.
There you go.
No Man's Sky.
Sean Murray won.
Yeah. We won. Great.
The gamers
we
won.
But yeah, I guess we expected not to see that because it's soon enough, and like beating that drum over.
We've heard it enough here. It's just starting to look like a failure if you keep talking about it every E3. Last Guardian.
Ni no Kuni 2.
I still think the game's way further out than people think, but I hope I'm wrong. But I still think that game's not this year.
You think we get another touch at PSX?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think that.
TGS probably.
Oh, TGS. Yeah. So that's the thing. When we go through this, let's think about when we think we're going to see it next, and when do we think it's actually going to come out.
The thing about TGS though, it did so much better in America. So when you want to hold it, you think for PSX with that audience that's rabid about it?
Yeah, maybe it did do much better in America, but I also think
I didn't know that.
The game was like almost like not even relevant at all in Japan.
Interesting. Is that just relative to the other franchises over there? Or?
It was racism. They didn't like Drippy.
No, I just think it didn't sell very well. So they released it on PS3 and it sold okay, and they released like a dumbed down version on DS or 3DS. No, it was DS that didn't sell well, and then so they released it here I think with no expectations, but I think we just took to it in a different way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Drawn to Death.
Not a huge surprise. I think they have to handle these sort of games better. The message they're showing these games way too much. I really do believe that the constant streaming, beta, always in
early
beta, early access,
this.
like let's not stop talking about this game. Everything is a huge fucking mistake, and I think that hopefully they're realizing that at this point that the stuff coming out of Sony San Diego is cool, but like they're not managing it properly. You can't have the people playing it for 2 years and then expect them to give a shit when it comes out.
To get super excited about it.
Like I just don't understand like how that's lost on people.
Mm-hmm.
Like. Yeah, play it endlessly in endless betas, and then it's out. Aren't you excited? It's like, no one cares. We played it like 7,000 times.
It wasn't hard to get into. It isn't hard to get to. You can go to the drawntodeath.com, get your code, get in and start playing. But you're not getting trophies, I don't think. That's the other thing. I don't know what's happening really with
They need to do better with these games. Like we were talking about it on Colin and Greg Live with Guns Up, which came out and some people knew, but like I don't know how the fuck we missed that. We missed that completely. Like, oh, Guns Up's out, I guess. I felt like Guns Up never came out or was always out. One of those two things.
That was the thing. I felt like it was always out, and that's the exact same problem. So like when they started talking about it at PSX and announced that it's coming out, we totally glazed over because I've heard about Guns Up. If I wanted to play Guns Up, I'd go play Guns Up right now. Yeah. But I don't want to play Guns Up, so I don't care about Guns Up. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's no newsworthy thing in there. There's nothing interesting about it. And that's the thing. Yeah, I'm again not surprising. I don't think that Drawn to Death wasn't there because it's one of those games that I think you saw with this E3 how Sony wants to handle it, where there is the mainstream big budget, here's our E3 lineup, and then there's the here's our PSX thing for everybody who cares about Vita. Yeah. Like if you're a hardcore enough PlayStation fan to fly around the world and come to San Francisco for PSX or go to Vegas for PSX, you're going to care about these games. You're going to care that David Jaffe has a new game. And I'm not saying that no one will ever care about Drawn to Death or whatever, but it's just this weird messaging right
I hope
now.
people do because I think it looks cool. All I'm saying is that like, they're releasing Killstrain, for instance, in mid-July. And I'm like,
that one feels like it was.
Hasn't everyone played Killstrain? Like I it's a cool game, but like they're just not. You have to go away and finish the game and not. I understand they want feedback from the audience, but you are sacrificing the pop of releasing your game.
I feel like Killstrain has a better shot than it. Guns Up, I felt like was beat to death over our head all the time, and then with Drawn to Death, you have Jaffe, who's an outspoken personality people follow, talking about it all the time because it's his game. I feel like Killstrain's in that thing where, yeah, if I really care about Killstrain, yeah, I've seen the streams they do every week or whatever. But as somebody who doesn't really care about Killstrain, I haven't seen it since we went down there and did that stream with them.
What about Paragon? What's the story there? It was announced at PSX. It's not my type of game, so I totally stay out of it. Was it released this week?
Yeah, but it's out in early. It's the beta.
So is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Give me the disc, Kevin. Hand me the disc over there. We have a disc for it. Or I don't even know if it might it might just be an empty box, but that box will explain what we have. Thank you.
Man.
There is a disc in there. It's described as Paragon Essentials Edition. All right, includes a lot of stuff. This is Paragon. Paragon is a MOBA that puts you in fight. Content includes Paragon coins, instant beta access, 5 hero master challenges, 5 rep. So it's in beta still.
They're releasing a game on. There's no disc in here.
Yeah, there is. It sounds like it.
We got to figure it out.
They're releasing a game in beta on disc.
Yeah, there is.
I thought it was like a card. That's fucking sad. Sorry. That's
Ladies
fucking
and gentlemen,
sad.
Video Games 2016.
That's sad stuff right there. Okay, cool.
But it's over $106 in value.
This is exactly what you're talking about, where it's just like, all right, things announced, and then things are in beta and alpha and this and that, whatever, early access, and then it comes out and no one cares.
Yeah, it's because these games are overexposed. It's not that these games are bad. Paragon's probably not a bad game. It's just that, like, the messaging's bad, especially for console gamers. We're not used to this kind of stuff. You have to do better. Otherwise, you're sending these games out to die. I
wonder how it's doing. I wonder if there is a fan base that's like all over it.
I mean, if
That's 514 had a fan base.
I saw from the beta that's been going on forever, I always see when I go online, Andrea Renee's playing it.
And she's all over it. She loves it.
Yeah, but she is literally the only person I know. And I will tell you that probably now that I've seen so much of Overwatch and Battleborn, but before that you could put them all into a screenshot gallery, and I still don't know what this game fucking looks like. I'm looking at the thing right here, and it just looks like generic fucking Halo guys and whatever action. I don't know what Paragon looks like because their reveal trailer at PSX, which made me think it was a year out, maybe more, was CG. I don't know what this fucking thing looks like. But the MOBA bubbles popped in terms of, let's bring it to consoles and let's make money off MOBAs. That's
poor bastards if you're bringing your MOBA to fucking console in the next 18 months. Don't bother.
So Colin, this one's for you. Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see that at either. I mean, that's a Japanese game for a Japanese audience that will get here eventually, if we're lucky. So I would expect to see more of that at TGS. And Dragon Quest is so huge that it's going to get its own events and stuff too.
Going along that line of the JRPG stuff, Kingdom Hearts 3, we knew we weren't going to get it because we saw the 2.8 trailer and it ended saying more information winner. So we're going to get it once Kingdom Hearts 2.8 comes out. We'll hear more about Kingdom Hearts 3. And also you can assume they want to give 15 some
give 15 some breathing room. Not hearing good things about 15, by the way. And just the rumors online, like persistent rumors from, what people think are reliable sources, whatever it is. Games.
No Moss? Is it Goofy again? Is Goofy giving us the information?
I'm super interested to see if any of the shit that we're hearing about Final Fantasy 15 is true, because it's not good. But
I still believe.
But who knows? Who knows for sure? I hope it's good.
Kevin,
me too.
Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't there because it doesn't exist.
Kingdom Hearts 3 exists. It definitely. Seeing 2.8, I'm like, all right, there's the engine. We're
almost there.
We are. We're at 2.8, Colin. How's that make you feel? 2.8 was awesome, by the way. Got to play it. Super stoked about that. December.
I feel bad for Kingdom Hearts fans.
I don't know why. We're getting stuff.
As a non-Kingdom Hearts fan, what is 2.8? Is it what collection of shit is it now?
2.8 is the 3DS game. Plus a CG movie that tells like the earliest story of the whole thing to prep you for 3. Plus it's a new thing that's Birth by Sleep .2, which is in the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine. It's a sequel to the PSP game.
Yes, I remember the PSP game.
A prologue right going into Kingdom Hearts 3. That's what they had playable at E3.
Okay.
That's awesome. Great. I get to play. It's essentially like Ground Zeroes.
Sure.
To the Phantom Pain.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right,
now
cool.
you speak my language.
I'm getting some Kingdom
now you're
Hearts
selling me on it.
Sold. Totally sold on that shit. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I totally thought we were going to see some trailer or something. I understand it's years out, but I still thought, I mean, it's such an easy, like cheap pop.
Yeah.
PSX, they had way more than I thought they would show. Totally expected them to just keep throwing a little bit more. But again, Sony's conference was so strong that they didn't need it.
Right. Save it for PSX again.
Yeah.
Here's another 5 seconds from this game. That's 5 years out.
Yeah. And they speaking on Final Fantasy 7 Remake, they're saying that next time they talk about it, they want to have a bit more substantial things to talk about.
Sure.
As in, like, the people that were working on the game know that they're doing it. Hopefully they have that in order this time when they talk about the game. That was still the funniest thing I'd ever fucking heard in my life. Loved that. Square's so weird. What a weird company. The Japanese like publisher developer arm is like starting to scare me a little bit, to be honest.
Dreams.
No, not a huge surprise. Dreams, no one knows what it is. So it's I think that Media Molecule and Sony have heard the message loud and clear from a lot of people, that no one knows what the hell this game is, and you need to go make it now. And they were saying that, they were saying the same thing, like that at GDC, that like they were so concentrated on making the tools that they're going to make the game with the tools, but they hadn't even made it as of GDC. So, like people are going to get tired of seeing this game it's
like No Man's Sky. What the fuck?
And they have to manage it in such a way that that it will get that special pop that it needs. I assume you'll see it at E3 next year. I assume that says fall 2017.
Yeah, I don't think. I guess, but I don't know if you'll see it at E3. Maybe when it's finally ready to go and roll, sure. But they're gonna face the same problems, right? Alex talked to GDC about them wanting to do a beta this year, or maybe that was at PSX even. But it's gonna be the same thing of like dreams out, and everybody's gonna be like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, I still my take is still like they showed it to us, and I appreciate the artistic nature of the studio, and they make good games, and they know what they're doing. But think this was a huge mistake. Like I think this is gonna end up being a big mistake for them. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see how this even fits like into what PlayStation's trying to do. Like, what is the game? Why would I want to play it? I understand it more now that they showed it to me, but it didn't make me want to play it anymore.
It's old PlayStation. It's PlayStation 3, where PlayStation 4 is, if you're going to talk about exclusives and stuff, it's everything you saw at E3. We're going to focus on these narrative-driven, mostly third-person. Here's this game you can wrap your head around on what it is. Whereas this is very much still, it's PlayStation 3. We're toying around with things. We're doing different ideas. We're making art.
Vita.
Just Vita in general?
Just Vita.
I got a point off that. I knew that wasn't going to be there.
First at the Sony booth, first E3 since 2011 that Vita was not at Sony's booth at all.
Again, save for PSX. That's where that audience is. Why waste the time now? Why waste the show floor space now? Just have people come by and go, oh, Vita games. I don't care about these.
Yeah. Deep Down.
I don't think Deep Down exists anymore. I played Deep Down.
This is the Capcom one, right?
Yeah, in 2014.
13 is when it was first shown.
Yeah, I think I played in 2014 with a Japanese woman who at TGS standing next to me that had no idea what I was saying or doing, which is not a huge surprise because she didn't speak English. I feel like that game is never going to come out and doesn't really exist. Like I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't read anything about it recently, but I just don't know. It wasn't even that interesting when I played it at all. So I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if you never saw that game.
Dead Island 2.
No, that just changed hands.
Yeah, I was going to say that thing exploded on the hot plate, and now they're trying to put it back together with a new team is coming at it. So yeah, no.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 wasn't at E3, but right after the Ubisoft press conference, our boy Yves Guillemot confirmed that it is happening.
Yeah,
still alive, and that the original creator Michael Ansel is working on it.
I mean, the Ubisoft show was such a tight 2 hours that you just couldn't fit another announcement.
I don't think that you could have fit the thing that people cared about in there at all.
So there's an awesome story I think Jason Schreier wrote on Kotaku about all the times that they promised that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is happening, going back to like 2009 or something like that. Game, first of all, who wants this game? Like I Beyond Good and Evil is fine. I had it on Xbox, the original Xbox, and it was fine. Like, do we really need another Beyond Good and Evil? And then so this Michel Ancel guy is not working at Ubi, but is working at Ubi. He's working on that game Wild.
Oh yeah,
Wild's the other game.
So like, I'm like, I don't know that you're getting literally any of these games, but yeah, I don't know what's going. There's something weird going on with that guy and Ubisoft, because he did the Rayman games, like the revival Rayman games that were really good. I think he was the director on those games, and they were great.
They were amazing.
But I think that something's amiss with Beyond Good and Evil 2, and he's not even at Ubisoft in a full-time capacity, I don't think, because he's doing that game Wild, which is not a Ubisoft game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and people were asking about that, like, where's Wild? And I'm like,
don't hold your breath.
Don't hold your breath for that one either. Just like you shouldn't have held your breath for, what was that other game that was canceled from Tequila Works? Rhyme. So, although they apparently took it back and they're going to make it, so I don't know, who cares. But
when Sony walked in and took their development kits, they're like, all right, you're done.
So yeah, I don't know. Beyond Good and Evil 2, like that is a game that I'll believe it when I see it. Like when it's out, I'll believe it. We'll see.
Beyond Good and Evil, I feel like is right up your alley though.
It's a good game.
I agree that it's like it's one of those weird games where it seems like people want it a lot more than I think the number of people actually do.
It's like Mirror's Edge 2. How
similar.
bad did you
very vocal group wants it and it comes out as
Crackdown 3.
That
was a
was
huge
surprising.
surprise.
That was
a
really
huge
surprising. I'm ready for Crackdown. I'm excited for Crackdown. And yeah, you'd think it would be there, but shows how far out that game is, I assume.
Yeah, delayed to 2017. Rumored to be at Gamescom.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a game. I was going to say, like, they have to manage the Gamescom kind of shit too.
Exactly. A lot more shows to show stuff at.
And CD Projekt Red said Cyberpunk 2077 wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But that's...
They made so much money that I don't know that they're not going to disappear for a little while.
They had
have their
Gwent, bro.
which
Gwent
looks
was
cool.
there.
Looks pretty cool.
Gwent's coming out party.
But
Shout out to everybody who says they ripped off my face for that one character.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk will come out when it's ready, and I think that they've earned the right to do that. And have certainly made the money to be able to afford to do that.
That's
as well.
years though away. Everybody needs to get realistic expectations right quick on that fucking game.
Red Dead 3.
No, I don't know why anyone thought this game was going to be announced.
There was a ton of rumors, man. I mean, we all know the Rockstar E3 thing, but like there was a lot going into it where people really thought this shit was going to be there.
Yeah, I just never believed it. I just was like, why would Rockstar ever do that?
Right,
That made no sense to me. Like, they'll announce it themselves.
When do you think that'll happen?
I still feel like that game's coming out this fall.
Yeah, that's the thing. I could easily see the announcement within the next month and a half, 2 months.
For this fall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God, that'd be fucking cool.
I still feel like they'll announce it, like they could announce it in August and release it in November. Something like that. Even early, maybe August and release it in October, something like that.
I think before this year's, I don't know. I'm not so bully on them actually getting it out to shelves in the fall, but I think before this year's over, you're definitely going to hear the announcement, and it's going to be spring of next year.
Last one here. Telltale's Marvel game. We heard about it a bazillion years ago, and then we heard nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get that they're focusing Walking Dead, Batman, but
yeah.
Telltale's always been that type of thing where it's like, it doesn't matter. They're doing a whole bunch at once.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it is something to do with just maybe a deal somewhere with the DC Marvel thing about how they promote and when they promote and where these things are. And that's the other thing of just like, all right, cool. So Batman's this standalone thing and it's going or whatever. The Marvel universe, though, and the digital part of the thing, too, they've talked about wanting to work in tandem with the movies better, right? We know now, I shouldn't say, because I had to argue this point, that there's no way that Spider-Man game was going to be tied into the Spider-Man movie. They've confirmed that now. But I think Telltale's actually somewhere where it could fit, of like, let's work it in. So you have to look down the line of what movie would that work with? Is it the next Avengers? Do we put it out? I mean, I don't have the slate in front of me, and I'm not as up on it. It's not gonna be Doctor Strange. You would have already announced it.
Yeah.
When's Guardians 2? Is it gonna
Next
be
year.
Is it going to be a Guardians thing one day? Like, there's a million ways it could slice up and go. But and then of course, maybe it's none of that. Maybe it's a Venom game. That's just a thing that they're doing. That you know what I mean. There's the thing about it is there's just so much to do with that Marvel brand that it could go anywhere. But I could see them being one of the developers to jump in and actually make a movie tie-in game that doesn't suck. Right? Let's fill in the gap of something somewhere.
Yeah.
But again, it could easily be we're doing our own. Here's a Fantastic Four thing.
Yeah. Oh man. I hope not.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's the thing. It doesn't surprise me. Telltale is this brand that's everything, but at E3, they need to focus on the next thing, which is Batman. That's this summer.
Absolutely. So speaking of focusing, Greg.
Focus on me?
Focus on cooking? Because you can now, thanks to Blue Apron. Blue Apron, they make home cooking accessible. They deliver you all these recipes. You can make all this different stuff. Your first 3 free. If you use the promo code I'm about to tell you later. We're talking variety here. New recipes are created each week by Blue Apron's culinary team and are not repeated within a year. We're talking flexibility, Greg. Customize your recipes each week based on your preferences. Choose delivery options to fit your needs. There's no weekly commitment, so you only get deliveries when you want them. So if you're Kevin, it's all the time. He's a hungry boy.
He gets a delivery all the time.
It's easy.
You fat little man.
Each meal comes with a step-by-step, easy-to-follow recipe card and pre-portioned ingredients that can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. So you're asking me, Greg, what are the meals available in June? I can tell you right now. Creamy shrimp fettuccine with sautéed green beans and spinach. I'm all over that.
That's a good one.
Sweet chili chicken with Tinkerbell peppers. Ooh.
Okay.
Green beans and jasmine rice. You're giving me jasmine and Tinkerbell in one thing? Sign me up, Blue Apron.
The Disney
Sign
dish.
me up. Spiced steak and tomato avocado salad with creamy cone cabbage and red onion slaw. That's a lot of words, but I'm in.
Yeah.
Cool. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. They know that when you cook with incredible ingredients, you make incredible meals. So they set the highest quality standards for their community of suppliers, family-run farms. There's a lot of words here that I'm not even going to try to read. Fisheries and ranchers, whether it's Japanese ramen noodles, wild-caught Alaskan salmon, heirloom tomatoes, Blue Apron's bringing you the best of those heirloom tomatoes, Greg.
Heirloom
tomatoes.
tomatoes.
See, I'm trying.
We're happy to see you try. We're happy to see you try.
Help me. All right, here's the deal. You check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/funny. All right?
Yeah.
Just funny.
Cool.
Then you'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. That's blueapron.com/funny. Blue Apron. A better way to cook.
Build it beautiful.
Build it beautiful.
Real talk, Blue Apron's awesome. I used it for a long time.
Yeah, I was
Hear
gonna
good
say
things.
that. I was gonna say like I've heard good things about Blue Apron for sure.
Sorry? Well, here you go.
Kevin's
Here's
chiming in
good
with
things from us.
something.
I really think it'd be funny to do an unboxing where he has to cook it.
Tim
Blue
does?
Apron thing,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
It's easy.
I know, but he's real bad at cooking.
I don't even think he can
You
screw
don't know
this up.
that.
No, I do.
You've never seen me cook.
I bet he's
Not
known
once?
you your entire
You've
life.
seen me cook.
Yeah, and he's never seen me cook. I don't cook.
I mean, he considers like making cereal cooking.
I'm damn good at that shit.
He is very good at it. He's got
How
the
hard is it?
balls
You
right.
pour the cereal into
There's
a
a
cup
balance.
and
We've
you
been over
drink.
this,
You eat
Greg.
the cup. You just
It's
eat
a
the
whole-
cup.